everybody, Matt here. Yeah, I just thought I'd make a real quick video. I'm in the car, and something just crossed my mind. A while back, I had a conversation with NeverEnuffAmmo about getting your concealed carry license. Really, what it boiled down to was that it made me realize that depending on where you're at, what state you're in, getting your license is very different from state to state. And so I was just going to kind of, in the hopes of getting maybe some video responses or something like that, kind of put out there what it took for me to get mine in Texas, and hopefully see what you guys thought, how it compared to your experiences and stuff like that. So basically the way it works in Texas, now I'm not going to go into all the Texas laws and stuff like that, what you can and can't do, and what things you do and don't have to have on your record and specifically, but I'll kind of give you a brief overview of how your record has to look for you to get it. And basically what that is no felonies, and if you had a misdemeanor, it has to be at least 5 years old. If it's less than 5 years old, then you have to wait until 5 years after the date that you were convicted or whatever, to get your license. Okay, and then there's some other stipulations, like you can't owe the government money via like government loans and stuff like that. Can't owe back child support. So anyway, where was I? So basically the way it works is you pay $140 to the state of Texas, and that covers all your fees and licenses and all that, and that's non-refundable. So if you turn your shit in and they decide they're not going to give you your license because they found something on your record, you're shit out of luck. You've lost $140. So and then you pay for what is a class, which is has to be, I think the mandatory for Texas is it has to be 10 to 15 hour class, and then there is a certain test, the actual range test, a shooting test that you have to take once you get finished with the class. Or it doesn't say where you have to get finished, but most do it after you get finished. But so essentially what it boils down to is you take a 10-hour class. Nobody actually goes the full 15 hours, and you pay for that service. Now what I did is I found a company that rolls it all up into one, and you pay them a $250 fee, which is $110 for them and $140 for the state, and they do everything. They do all the legwork. They take your passport photos, they take your fingerprints, they turn in your paperwork for you. So it's basically a one-stop shop. Okay, now that's purely that's not a Texas thing. That's just, that's just how this guy happens to operate, which for 110 bucks is basically what I'm paying him. I think that's a great fucking deal. So I go into the class, fill out all the paperwork, do the fingerprints, take the pictures. We go through a class that is 10 hours long, but essentially it's a 4-hour class, okay? Because everything they're teaching you in there was easily covered in 4 hours. We spent the other 6 hours of the day basically joking around, bullshitting, watching funny gun YouTube videos and shit like that, okay? That's basically what it boiled down to, because with the information that you have to go over in class legally, which is essentially the Texas laws on concealed carry, most of which being common sense, I mean basic shit, stuff you really should know. If you're going to carry a fucking gun, you should have the common sense to figure this stuff out on your own. It just doesn't take that. It does not take 10 hours to learn that stuff. So at the end of 10 hours, we take a test, written test, 50 questions. I think you have to get 80% to pass. Of course, everybody in the class got like 99. At most, I think the most somebody missed was like 2 questions. By the way, this was a class of about 20 people when I took the class. Okay, and then it's off to the range. The way the range works is, there are 3 stages. 20 rounds from your preferred handgun of choice, whatever it is. 20 rounds at 3 yards, 20 rounds at was it 9 yards? No, 20 rounds at 3 yards, 20 rounds at 7 yards, and 20 rounds at 15 yards. Okay. So basically, the way it works out is you know, if you get it in the with the I forget what category of targets they use, but you got the 10 ring, the 9 ring, the 8 ring, the 7 ring, and then the silhouette. Okay. Anything inside the 8 ring is 3 points per shot. Okay. So you've got 3 points, 50 rounds. So with a maximum of 150 points that you can get for taking the test, and you have to have at least a 70%, no, excuse me, 80% to pass, which is 100 and the hell is that, 120 rounds or some shit like that. I don't know what it is, but basically what it is it works out. You do your stuff at 3 yards, then and of course everybody in the class made it at 3 yards. Then you do your stuff at within the 8 ring. So everybody got top scores for 3 yards. Everybody got top scores for 7 yards. Now but then you hit 15 yards. Well, by then you've only got 10 rounds at 15 yards. So basically the way it works out is if you've gotten all your hits within the 8 ring on 3 and 7, you don't even have to shoot at 18, or I'm sorry, at 15, because you've already made more than 80%. Your score's already up there. So basically what the instructor did was like, well, hey, just have a ball. Now, me and about 5 others took it seriously and went ahead and, you know, we got everything in right. I just, you know, unloaded my last 10 shots down range and boom, I got them all within the 9 ring. And it's really easy. It's 15 yards. It's not, you know. Several other people in the class were just kind of fucking around. They were just popping shots, like doing headshots and stuff down range because they knew they'd already passed the test. I personally decided to just take it seriously. You know, I can do that shit some other time, but so you know, everybody got a perfect score basically, and then that's it. You're done. There is one thing. There was a couple people in class that were using revolvers, and in Texas, I don't know if it's different anywhere else. If you qualify with a semi-auto, you are legally able to carry a semi-auto or a revolver. If you qualify with a revolver, you are only able to legally carry a revolver. You cannot carry a semi-auto. I don't know what the thinking is behind that. I guess that semi-autos are too complicated, and if you chose to use a revolver in class, you must be too stupid to know how to use a semi-auto. I don't know, but that's basically how it worked out. So that was my experience, and I'd love to hear some videos of from some of you other guys out there and what y'all went through to get your class. You know, obviously, if you're from Texas, you probably had the same experience I did, or at least fairly similar. Classes do vary depending on who's teaching the class and what they do, but you know, it's pretty basic in Texas. Those are the basic rules and laws. I mean, if you got any questions, if you're like from Texas and you want to know like anything about the Texas laws on concealed carry and stuff like that, you know, shoot me a PM or send me a comment down here. Because I didn't want to get into that because that's a long fucking video, bro. So I'm not getting into all that. But yeah, you know, send me some video responses, man. You know, link it onto this one, and you know, see what we got going. I'd love to see how it is in other states, you know, because I've heard things about other states. Some places it's easier than Texas, some places it's harder than Texas, some places more restrictive, some places is less. You know, I just love to see what y'all guys have had to go through out there to get your licenses. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to check out the video, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.